Hey, it is Monday. Every other Monday, I am live here to answer your questions, talk about apps, businesses, profit, user engagement. If you're catching me on either Instagram or Facebook, this is extremely live where you get to ask me anything that you want to know about app building. I could show you, demonstrate, or just help you figure out your next steps in your mobile app development journey. So today we're talking about directory apps. And we actually have a webinar this Thursday at 6 o'clock Eastern. You can look on Eventbrite or on our Facebook page and find the invitation. It is totally free to join the uh, webinar. It's live on Google Meet. And so we're going to talk about directory apps, how to make one without code, what plugins, and how you can actually make money with the directory app. Now, to preface directory apps, this could be a multitude of things. A directory app could be um, a dating, finding couples, finding singles, right? That's a directory. Anything that helps you take one set of users, places, or things, and then find match that person with a location, with matching that person with uh, an item, a product, a specialist, someone who can help them purchase something, care for something. So, some examples that we've done in Tequity for directory apps is, let's say you have a very specific niche and wanting to service the Black owned audience. So, for instance, I think doulas are important, birth coaches, and I want a Black owned birth coach. If you had a network of an app where if I was a Black owned doula, I could actually then sign up on your app, right? And then I could find clients because they're also looking for Black owned doulas, right? So as a consumer, maybe I download your app for free and I go to your directory app and I can search by places. I can then even look for people who offer a certain type of condition I may have, or maybe that doula has also referred me to the app where they actually do their onboarding, right? Doulas themselves who are using the app are paying for your platform to get in front of a new audience of consumers and customers. That's their lead generator. So for you as the business, the app creator, you're able to take your app and connect these two people, and these businesses are paying you because you're cultivating an audience of the specific target customer that they want to attract. So that's a really tight business model. And another way that you can do it is not even doula or healthcare. It could be, I just want to find places. I want to find organizations, venues. I want to find service providers in the entertainment industry. And when I find them, I want to message them. I want to find out where they're located. I want to be able to call them, find their social media, or just dialogue with them in the app. And so this is really important when you are trying to plan out your user experience in the mobile app. And when you start doing that, you're going to find opportunities. Okay, where can I actually start making some money at? What's going to be valuable to the end user? And you guys, if you know me, if you know Taquity, um, it is more than just getting the app done. How are you going to actually solve someone's problem? Um, you have an idea, great, but you have to solve a problem. People pay for their problems to be solved, and your app should get them results. Now, I like to think of it like this, and this is something I just became aware of and read on. It's called the jobs theory. And so, what this really means is consumers don't want to buy a half-inch drill. They need a half-inch hole. That's the solution they're looking for. They're not looking for the drill. They're looking for to have the hole created, right? So you should be the drill, and you put that hole in there for them, and their problem is solved. Where sometimes we try to be the drill for people to do it themselves. We try to be the drill for people to figure out their way to get the hole that they want. No, people don't take taxis to catch taxis. It is up to us, the entrepreneur, the founder, the business owner, to actually provide the entire process and tool to be able to put the hole in the wall exactly like the customer wants it. So this is really important too. While having, how your directory will work, Who are you going to sell the app access to? And then how are you going to take that? And then you're going to take that user base and market it to these audiences, right? How do you know that I'm looking for a tech team that's US based? Maybe I'm using your app to find developers. Um, oh, awesome. Glad, Lori, that you created your account. Let me know how it goes. Hopefully, we see you on the webinar Thursday. Um, and what's really great about being able to take, cultivate that audience is advertisement revenue. That's exactly how um, the importance of building up following and building up engagement on a mobile app. Um, this is critical because users obviously need to find that endpoint, place, person, thing, organization, service provider. And now you can upsell and offer these businesses and people on the app in the directory to actually market and promote themselves in front of this audience, right? Because it's one thing if people could see me, but the fact that I could pay you a little extra to put me at the top of the listing, right? Pay me a little extra, put an ad for my business that I'm featured in the directory. Now this is how you get extra money. Think, and this is so crazy. In this one group on Facebook, and I'm in tons of Facebook groups, that we talk about, ad spend, how much you guys spend on ads, what's your reach. There are some businesses and entities who are spending tens and thousands on ads to get in front of the audience, but they're also making sales. This is profitable for them. This is how they make their money. This is how they get ready for a launch. This is how they do it. But because Facebook got millions and billions of users, right? You don't even have to touch the millions. The fact that you can cultivate an audience of thousands and thousands of users, people would pay to run an ad and get in front of them. And one thing about Tequity apps is we don't do ad integration with like AdMob and all these other ad revenue drop-ins, because what all they do is pull in the cookies that your user has been browsing. They listen to what your users are talking about, and then what they do is they go ahead and promote it, and uh, put it, put regular ads out there that could be irrelevant to what your app is about. Don't do that. It's such a turnoff. Such a turnoff. So with Tequity, though, you can actually cultivate your own ads system. Okay, you can track your clicks, how many people one opened the ad, how many people clicked through the ad, how many people took the action to the next step. So you can give your ad users analytics. You can sell at any price point you want to at 100% profit without breaking any revenue to Apple or Google. It is all you. So that's always recommended when you're building a mobile app with Tequity and you're trying to get an ad revenue plan with your directory app. So what's going to be covered this Thursday? 6:00, directory apps. We're going to show you how to build a directory app without code. I'm going to take you step by step by step. And what's really, really cool about this webinar is we actually got a couple cool offers and giveaways. So if you're kind of an existing client or customer of ours, you still have a chance to actually get a free month of subscription. Lonnie, I'm so great that this will be timely for you. Awesome. So what's really cool as well is that you also are going to get tons of good deals to build your app with us, have us build it for you, and also get a free subscription to Tequity. Right? So you can actually start using it and getting your app to the market at no cost. So we want to make sure this is an opportunity to get great feedback from you all, as the directory piece is a very new plugin that we have. So during this webinar, we're going to talk about your business model. So how you're going to make money and solving a problem. Like that's before we even talk about how to do anything. How are you going to make money and solve a problem, period. So once we figure out how you're going to solve a problem and make money, then we need to discuss how we're going to build this app. We'll go through a few plugins, places, so that you can add location. If people need to find places, people, or things, or specialists, by a location near them, GPS included. No need to go grab APIs. Totally ready to go. Then also there's a directory where people can opt into and almost do like a leaderboard. So maybe we actually have a social community where, I want to find men, I want to find women, and I have people in the community who are true influencers. So they have badges and rewards, those type of directories. But then also people directory or a places directory, service directory, just to have a listing of businesses, if you will, and how to contact them and find them and read more about them. I'll show you tons of ways that you can manipulate these plugins to get you the results that you want. Now, one thing about our plugins is that it does, like, even though a plugin may say, oh, this is for locations, I've actually used these plugins to find hair care products at Target. It could be just directly of like Black owned hair care products and all the Targets that I populated it with, right? Use the plugins and the systems that benefit your customers and fill that need. Don't feel like a plugin locks you into a framework. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the compliment. I see you all guys in your comments. So Thursday, that's what we're going to cover, and then we'll actually talk about how to get started. I have a couple templates that are dropping for this webinar to build a directory. You can go to techwittyapps.com to start your free trial and get kind of fresh with it. If you want to go ahead and like start your trial, and by the time we get on our webinar Thursday, hopefully you can build with us. If you want to sign up on our Facebook Live right now, in the caption, there's a link to join the webinar. If you're on the Instagram Live, I will add the link into our bio right after this live ends, so that you can go ahead and just click it and join our free webinar Thursday. Feel free to pop any questions in on the chats. I'd be glad to answer them for you. Again, I am on Duo Live. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. So try not to do too much screen sharing, since only one audience can see it. But again, I look forward to seeing what kind of directory apps that you build, whether it's a Black business finder, Black hair care finder, whether it's low cost products, finding singles near you, finding matchmakers, finding Black owned coffee shops, finding anything of a niche, that you could think of. People want to find it, and that's the really great thing about mobile apps, is because the time I'm looking for something, I'm out and about. I'm not at home on my computer. See you at that webinar. Thank you. I'm not on my computer. I'm out and about already. I'm looking for something. And then what's really great, if you choose to pick a plan and subscribe with us, there's actually a tier that turns on geolocation and geofencing. And so if you're unfamiliar with geofencing is, it is essentially a location-based push notification. So in your control panel of TechWitty apps, you can set up boundaries. You can say, anyone who comes into this vicinity of this address, this could be of Applebee's, right? Maybe it's a Black-owned franchise finder. That's your directory. They get alert. They get a push notification. So-and-so's have happy hour. That's the upsell, right? Because that person is paying to be on your platform. So you tell them, hey, here's some of the benefits of being listed in my directory. When someone enters near your address of your business, they'll get a push notification. Anything you have ready for them to sign up on your email list, that you're having a special, hey, just that you're open. Listen, so much value that you can then upsell to your end user. But we're going to work all that out on Thursday. I have a question. So what about industries like who needs broadband or cable? So you can make a directory app of all type of broadband cable service providers. Try to we can group them up. So let's say, one by location. So probably broadband cable's location driven, so people can find them near them or a city or state. Also, people can find it by pricing, affordability. Membership. People can have access. You can do all of that. There's so many ways to implement it, and I like to tell people there's more than one way to build an app. You can have membership, Lonnie, exactly. So membership is that access, that subscription to be a part of the directory app. It's I will pay X amount of dollars to be listed on this app, because you're doing all the heavy work of marketing me to my specific audience. I'm paying you to do the legwork for me. That's the model, right? That's that membership. And of course, you're going to market through these push notifications to these audiences, either as I pay or as they enter my location. But go ahead and sign up Thursday. Click the link in the bio. I will put one on Instagram real briefly. And then that Thursday, we can walk through exactly drag and drop. We're going to build out an app. We can build one out together if you want to create a test one. Just like create like an app and to say, hey, this is my name, test, create a login. And then together on Thursday, log into your account again and let's build it together. Looks like that's all the questions I have. And I didn't want to hold you all too long this evening. I just wanted to plug that webinar and I wanted to make sure that you knew if the webinar was good for you. Because again, I think when people hear directory, they may think like just, oh, I'm not looking to build a Yelp. It doesn't have to be like that. A directory is anything that lists information, place, people, things, services, and people are looking for those items. That's a directory. Looking for those people, looking for those things, those clubs, those groups, those schools, those people, those specialists, those products, right? Directory can fit all of that. So let's work through it on Thursday. Thank you so much. Again, every other Monday, I go live to answer your questions and teach you something new about Tequity. So again, try out your free trial at tequityapps.com, and I will see you not next Monday, but the Monday after that. See ya.